Previously on Edgemont.
Okay, let's move on. I'd like to get to the kiss before people get out of class.
Kiss?
I'm sorry, but if Chris is gonna be at your party, I don't think I can come.
Are you serious?
And I've talked to a lot of people who feel the exact same way.
We are so through.
What?
The ship leaves the sinking rat. And action.
I say you got the shot you were looking for. Is that your English essay?
What do you care?
I don't. Mom asked you to make sure you have your work done in time.
Since she's living in the valley of antidepressants?
I need 20 bucks.
What for?
Field trip, Museum of Anthropology.
I gave you money for that last week.
That was for band.
I only have 15.
Becca will lend me the rest.
You're welcome.
I heard about Laurel.
Yeah, well, don't start celebrating. She's not gone yet.
Actually, I was gonna say it must be rough.
We both know you hate her guts. Look, just give me something to show Mom, even a paragraph. Cat! Great.
Exactly what, just because I can. And I'd like to think I was cool if I met me on the street, but I don't really know exactly who I need. I'm staring into nowhere in this pale blue of the sky. Don't be afraid to jump out, you gotta learn to fly. I'm singing these familiar songs and changing all the words until it makes no sense. Let's stop the world and start again.
We had the place to ourselves. Craig put on a CD by a Peruvian woodwind group. He sat beside me, so close our knees were touching. And my aunt arrives with her twins. Forgot I promised to babysit.
You're kidding.
So we spent the rest of the time playing patty cake and changing diapers.
How romantic.
Totally.
And if you hadn't burst in, you two dare to be left alone without your 2 pint-sized chaperones?
Jen.
Oh, Craig, your pan flutes are inflaming my lust. Craig!
Hi, bye, Craig.
So, did you get that plasticine out of the carpet?
Yeah, did you get it out of your hair?
Yeah, after 3 shampoos. I had a really good time.
Me too. All things considered.
I'd like to return the favor.
Oh, you have an aunt with evil twins too?
I was thinking dinner. Friday night,
Sounds great. Where?
my place. My folks will be out. Unless that sounds too weird.
No. I'd love to.
Great.
So you and Craig are officially an item? I guess so. You look really relieved.
Happy.
Yeah, that too.
Why relieved?
Well, it took me long enough to get a boyfriend, right? I was beginning to think that I was gay or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll make her stuffed mushroom caps followed by cocoa van. Followed by a trip to emergency. The last time you cooked, half our Boy Scout troop got salmonella. Hey, look, that was 5 years ago, and it wasn't my cooking. It was something in the water. Anyway, gods are smiling. You're going out with Shannon. I'm going out with 2 separate girls. 2? Erin was Friday. Brenda's tonight. The geek shall inherit the earth. Wait a second. Does Erin know? Should she? Well, I'm her brother, you idiot.
So it's a safe bet that you're not interested in her too?
Just don't jerk her around, okay?
It's not like that. We went to a party together, that's all.
He walked me to my doorstep, and then he sort of, stood there.
Stood there and what?
He's shy, okay? So finally he squeezed my hand and said, "Toodle pip." That's good night in Australian.
How truly puke-worthy.
He wants to know me as a person.
Unlike Gil Curvers, who just wanted to grope your person.
I never went out with Gil Curvers. Kevin and I talked all evening long. We really connected. I think I'm in like.
First, she drops out of school. Then she starts staying out all night. Now she's sneaking booze into the house.
Before you know it, she'll be a bag lady with a shopping cart, shouting swear words at passers-by.
Okay, maybe there's a chance I'm overreacting. But I still gotta do something.
Like what? Stage an intervention?
She's my sister.
Which makes you her brother, not her dad.
Actually, I'm kind of both now. Dad served Mom with divorce papers last night.
I'm sorry, Mark.
It's no big deal. I mean, it's not like he was living with us anyway.
Still.
I'm fine. It's Kat and Travis I worry about.
If it isn't the Invisible Man. It's a Friday night. He shows up at Crystal's party uninvited. So you know what happens? Everyone acts like he isn't there. After about half an hour, he just slithers out.
Watching him wander around the party with no one to talk to, for a moment I almost felt sorry for him. But only for a moment.
Chris has been a jerk to everyone.
And yet, none of it's really his fault.
Excuse me?
Take a long, hard look at yourself. Because all of Chris's problems can be traced right back to you.
So you and Shannon are the hot new couple.
Well, I don't know if I'd put it that way.
And to think that was the night you're supposed to go to meeting of minds with me.
Look, I don't want you to think... I mean, I didn't know anything was gonna happen with Shannon.
It's okay, Greg. I mean, it's good you weren't there. Being on my own opened up other possibilities.
Such as?
Do you know philosophy comes from the Greek words for love and wisdom? Let's just say I am a student of both.
You met someone?
I'm dying for a refill.
Of course, Chris is no angel, but in our rush to condemn him, we've lost sight of the facts.
Like the fact that he'd go to Derek and punch him?
Because Derek and Tracy were flirting outrageously right under Chris's nose.
Just last week, you were bad-mouthing Chris to anyone who'd listen.
That's before I had all the facts. Chris Laidlaw isn't a bad guy. We just need to give him a chance.
Okay, what's going on?
I'm sorry?
Well, when someone who's supposed to hate my guts starts defending me, I get a little nervous.
I've always been a champion of social justice.
You've always been a champion of Anika.
I could salvage your reputation in less than a week.
Don't bother.
And all you'd owe me is one teeny little favor in return.
Like what?
I haven't decided yet. But however you look at it, it's a win-win situation. So, do we have a deal?
Good eye, Brenda.
Good day. Are we still on for tonight?
Of course. Pick you up at 6?
See you then. That conniving little cow.
I guess he wants to know Brenda as a person, too. So, what are you gonna do?
What would you do?
In a situation like this, there are always two choices. You can walk away, or you can fight. Sick or something? It's a little early in the morning, don't you think?
You want to mess up your life? Go right ahead.
My life's fine, thanks.
Just don't leave your mess where Travis can find it.
Oh, so all of a sudden you're concerned about Travis. Yeah, it's about that time for your quarterly dose of concern.
We always said no matter what happened to Mom and Dad, we'd try to stick together.
You said that. And then you got preoccupied with your little issues.
I've had a lot to deal with lately.
Hey, it's okay. Just stop trying to act like you're an important part of our lives. You're about as relevant as Dad.
I know how you're feeling about the divorce.
You don't know anything about me.
Oh, come on.
Seriously, when you look at me, you still see the kid that used to follow you around. Well, I am so beyond that.
Then help me out here. Give me a chance.
Mark, let's do each other a favor. You get on with your life, and I'll get on with mine. See you around.
Check it out. Gourmet recipes made entirely from canned goods.
Oh, so instead of salmonella, you can give her botulism.
Ah, very funny. So I saw Kat this morning. She seemed...
Mental?
no, happy. I think she's seeing somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm so far out of the loop. He was her drinking buddy.
What do you mean?
Found a bottle of vodka stashed in the rec room.
But Kat hates to drink.
Well, Mom doesn't hide her booze behind garbage cans. It's not mine. Who else would it belong to?
Well, who else lives there?
Enjoying the museum?
It's great. Lots of bones and bits of pottery.
Yeah.
Hey,
Excuse us, guys.
what do you think you're doing?
I found your bottle.
What bottle?
I poured it down the drain.
Where do you get off?
It's my money that paid for it, right? I can do whatever I want. And what do you care? It's not yours, remember?
So what if it is mine? It's none of your business.
When my 14-year-old brother starts bringing home vodka, it's my business.
You know, I've actually got better things to do right now.
Fine, we'll talk about this after school. Meet me at home.
Get a life.
I heard about you moving. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Right when I was starting to like the place.
End of June?
Yeah,
Well, there's still some time.
a little.
Is that the famous video?
Hardly famous.
Hey, it's where Shannon and Craig shared their first kiss. I'm so happy for them.
Has Shannon gone out with anyone before?
Her parents are pretty strict. Shannon's always been shy around guys. That's why this is so great. This is like the first serious romance for both of them.
You are such a hypocrite.
What?
Oh, putting on that angelic little Christian act while trying to steal my boyfriend.
You don't have a boyfriend.
Kevin Nicholson.
He's your boyfriend?
Yes!
Are you sure?
He doesn't even like you. He just figured you'd be an easy target.
For what?
Think about it, Brenda. What else would he want?
Actually, that would be more along your line.
Excuse me?
The whole school knows about you and Gil Curvers.
Nothing happened between me and Gil Curvers.
And if the whole school knows, you can bet Kevin does too.
And he walks away from me. I mean, I'm standing there thinking, gee, if only I had a clown suit on.
Mark, this isn't something you can handle.
Well, I have to handle it. Ever since I can remember, my dad's been telling me, when you're the oldest, you have responsibilities. I mean, I don't know what happened to his responsibilities.
Okay.
Dad's bailed off to Richmond with Terry. Mom's got her hands full holding herself together. You're moving back to Toronto.
Not for 3 months.
Travis and Kat are spinning off into outer space. It's like every single thing in my life.
I didn't realize.
Brenda, how are the bots partying?
Kevin, brutal math test, huh?
Erin, hey.
I had a really good time Friday night.
Me too.
I hope this doesn't sound weird, but why did you ask me out?
Because that's what you wanted.
What I wanted.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I wanted it too. What guy wouldn't?
What exactly did you want?
Same thing as you. At least that's what Mark said. He thought I stood a good chance. Craig thought so too.
My own brother.
Yeah. Well, guys talk about these things.
You total pig.
So what do you think?
I think it's a little weird seeing myself on screen with a guy who's sort of becoming my boyfriend.
Sort of.
You know what I mean. We make a pretty convincing couple, don't you think?
That depends. Who are you trying to convince?
Nobody. I just meant...
Shannon, I think Huey is a really good friend, okay? If you ever want to talk about stuff.
Sure. I got a student council meeting.
Back home, there was this guy, Dale. He was mainly a friend, but he was also kind of cute. So when he asked me out, I thought, you know, why not?
And?
It was fine at first. Then suddenly it's flowers, little poems taped to my locker. And I realized, this guy's falling in love. And I just don't feel that way.
You think that's what's happening between me and Craig?
You tell me.
I think it's real with Craig.
Shannon, you don't have to prove anything. You know, that you can make this work. With Craig, or with any other guy.
I beg your pardon?
What you said this morning, about worrying you were gay.
That was a joke.
Sure, I know it was.
I thought I could say that sort of thing to you.
Except sometimes jokes are serious, too.
Apparently I was wrong.
Shannon, wait.
Why don't you just mind your own business?
You can order entire meals from the internet, delivered to your door, no risk of poisoning your date.
Have you ever considered just phoning for a pizza?
Sorry I'm late. Student council meeting.
No problem. I'm just glad you're here.
Big news. Doug Finlayson is transferring schools.
Oh, no more school president. Hey, does that mean you'll take over?
Maybe. I mean, I guess. I'm vice president.
That's really cool. I'm dating the big kahuna. I'll appear at ceremonies and dinners on your arm. And after the meal, you and the other big kahunas will discuss world issues while I retire to the sitting room to play bridge with their wives. And seeing as you'll have years of delicious dinners ahead of you, would you be offended if I got pizza Friday night?
You know, Craig, I'm not sure I can make it.
But I already ordered Erin off the planet.
Sorry, something came up.
Hey, yeah, that's no problem. We'll do it another time.
It's after 7. Where you been?
Out.
What have you been doing? Stuff. I got really drunk at a party when I was 14. I don't think you ever knew about it. You and Kat were with Mom and Victoria. It was just me and Dad for that weekend. They phoned Dad to come and get me. I threw up all over the car. When we got home, I threw up all over the stairs. He got me home, put me to bed, and I passed out. I found out later he sat up all night. He thought I was gonna throw up again and choke.
So what did he say about it?
Well, the next day, he sat me down on the kitchen table, put a glass of juice in front of me, and he said, "Please tell me you've learned something from this."
That could be pretty cool. You start forgetting that.
So how you doing with all this?
The divorce. So what? Doesn't change anything.
Sure it does. Now it's final.
Yeah. Well, I guess you just deal.
Travis, maybe you don't need me, but I need you. Seriously, everything is getting a little isolated.
This isn't about quality time, is it? 'Cause I already get that from Dad.
No, nothing like that. Just keep in touch, you know?
I wasn't gonna drink the vodka by myself. There were like 6 of us.
Yeah, even so, man. Just out of interest, where'd you get it?
Kurt bought it for me. Kat's friend. Or boyfriend.
What, this thing is for real? How long?
A couple weeks, I think. He was here on Tuesday, that's when I met him.
And now he's bootlegging for 14-year-olds.
Because I asked him to.
How old is he?
I don't know. Old enough to get into a liquor store.
But I thought you were crazy about him.
I am, really. It's just, things are moving a little too fast.
Guys seem to shift into high gear right away.
Exactly. I just want to slow it down a bit, that's all.
This is your first relationship. You've got to move at your own pace.
Exactly. I'll see you tomorrow.
I need your opinion on arbutus trees.
They're pretty.
You're pretty. My brother's got this cottage on Salt Spring Island, and the whole place was designed around this one arbutus tree.
Sounds amazing.
He's in Asia right now, and he left me the keys. I was thinking about heading over there this weekend, and I was wondering if you'd like to come.
Just the two of us? Overnight?
2 nights, actually. What do you say?